Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today's Monday, February 13th. It is 6:20 right now. Market's going to open in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we will get started shortly. It's a couple things here to update, and we should be good to go. All right, solid. Looks good. Looks like everything's updated. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. And we should be good to go. So I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in, guys. And once everyone's in this room, we'll get started shortly. One more thing this here to put up. And we should be good to go. One last place for me to post this up, and we should be ready to kick off this trading day, guys. So just give me a few more moments to finish this up right here. I'm just going to post this up on the Instagram. All right, solid. All right, looks like we're good to go, guys. So good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today's Monday, February 13th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. So looks like about half you guys are here so far. So let's see who's in the room so far. Let me scroll up real quick. Hey, Martha, how's it going? Good morning. Morning, Surin. Morning, Maddie. Morning, Shaka. Morning, Maria. Morning, Oscar. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Van Harweg. Morning, Peter. Morning, Ruin. Morning, everybody. So hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Time to get back on these charts. I finally got my account back from FTMO. They merged both of my 200K accounts to a 400K account. So a lot of people are asking me, like, do you get anything special like when you merge your accounts? I mean, nothing crazy, but you get this certificate right here that says max allocation. So this is what I always tell you guys, like, don't do anything else aside from FTMO until you've maxed out your accounts with FTMO. When I mean by maxing out, this is what I mean max allocation, because when you have max allocation on FTMO, that means that you maxed out all of your funding. So once you get funded a full 400K, you don't have to merge them, but once you get funded a full 400K, that's like as high as you can go with FTMO. So once you max that out, that's what I mean about maxing it out, and then you can move on to something like MFF. So yeah, this is a cool thing that you get. Now, goal for the next couple months is really to get everybody on that leaderboard. We have a couple people on the leaderboard already. We've got Vincent, more specifically. He's on the leaderboard like almost every month. So that's pretty solid. And that's a cool thing too, because now that Vincent's on there pretty consistently, hopefully he'll be able to scale his account. That's my goal too. Now I'm just going to scale the account. That's the main reason why I merged it into a 400K, because I want to scale the account higher. With the 200Ks, I mean, you could scale them, but you know, every time it's faster to scale if you're like on a 400K, of course. So I'm just going to do that. For this week so far, guys, I'm going to be using a regular lot size. I'm not going to double my lot size. Typically, I'd be using a 200 lot because, you know, it's a 400K account, but I'm going to stick to 100 for this week just because last week was kind of choppy. You know, it wasn't a very smooth month. I mean, smooth week, month in general. And then I'll gradually increase up to a 200 lot size. But for this week so far, I'm just going to, you know, ease into this bigger account. Main reason why I didn't want to merge my accounts last year was because I wasn't comfortable with like the big drawdown and just the bigger numbers. The numbers are like double now, especially if you're using a bigger lot size. So that's why I didn't merge the accounts last year, and that's why I unmerged them the year before that. So we'll see. But anyways, guys. Hey T, how's it going? Will is asking, what do you mean by scaling, Sean? If you're consistent for about, I think, 6 months with FTMO, they scale your account. So you get higher than a 400K. Let me see who else is here. Hey, Slava, how's it going? Morning. Morning, Song. Morning, everybody. Yeah, thanks, Ruin. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, you have to be consistent though. So Will didn't know that you can scale your account on FTMO, guys. Scaling means that if you're consistent for about 6 months or more, they'll increase your account size. So like the max that you can buy would be 400K. And then if you're consistent, they increase it, I think 25% every couple months or every 6 months. I don't know if it's changed. I know before it was a lot longer, but I think now it's just 6 months, so it's not as bad. Hey, Gary, morning. All right, guys, it looks like majority of you guys are here so far. So let's start with our analysis on the higher time frame. So looking over here on the 1 hour, 30 minute and 1 hour and with 10-minute time frames, you guys can see here on the 1 hour that price was bearish and it's now shifting to a bullish bias because price is now above the pivots and it's staying above there. Trend meter was red prior, now it's currently blue. So it's starting to shift here on the 1 hour. So we might get a bullish reversal here on the higher time frames. Looking here on the 30 minutes, currently bullish already. Price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. And same with the 10-minute over here. 10-minute time frame, price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, the pivots are angling up. So if this here closes with the buy signal, then the breakout 2.0 will technically be a buy. But you guys got to keep in mind that this has to close with a buy signal, right? If there's no buy signal, there's no breakout 2.0 here. So you got to make sure that this here closes with a buy signal. If it doesn't close with a buy signal, there's no entry for breakout 2.0. So I'll just keep that marked up there. As I mentioned, guys, I don't take this entry here myself personally. I'll take it for a partial move sometimes if the regular breakout confirms, but I don't want to eat up my margin here with this trade. So I'm not going to take this trade specifically. I'll mark it up for you guys. And if you guys want to take it, you know, it's really up to your risk if you guys want to take it, but I'm not going to be taking it myself. I'll be following it. And then I'll take it for maybe a partial move as price continues to move along. But I'm not really looking to hold on to it for like, you know, the entire period because the market's not really moving too fast. Here on the shorter time frames, you currently have a bullish bias as well. You can see prices above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. So we're probably going to be looking for buys today. So we'll see what happens here. There was no news prior to market open, but I believe there's news coming up at 8 o'clock and 8:30. So we will be looking out for that as we continue to look for entries here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the requirements up here for the other strategies. And it looks like we'll be looking for a buy for the moment specifically, and then we'll see what happens in the next couple of minutes if price continues to push upwards or if it stays in the middle. Keep in mind, guys, that Monday is one of the riskier days to trade because people are re-entering the market from the weekend. Same with Friday, people are exiting the market. So just be careful about taking entries here, guys. Here we go as price pushes up slightly. There's no buy signal here, guys. So there's no breakout 2.0, unfortunately. You know, we'll follow it, but there is no breakout 2.0 for the day. So I just took that off the chart because there's nothing there. I mean, there might still be a breakout 1.0, but there's no breakout 2.0. So, you know, we'll end up following this and watching where it goes as we continue to follow where price pushes to. So looking at this over here, there's opening price. Price is very bullish right there, but you guys can see that it's right at the session. So be careful. You know, I'm not really recommending that you guys take anything too risky right now, because it's not really the best time to take anything by chance. You want to take trades that are high quality. You don't want to just hop into a trade and pray that'll hit, right? We got news over here, 8 o'clock, consumer inflation expectations, January. And then we have 3-month bill auction and 6-month bill auction at 8:30. So we got news over here at 8 and then 8:30, guys. You know, just keep in mind, guys, don't like hop into trades for no reason. If you have an idea that, well, it wouldn't even matter because this is after the live anyways. So there's news here at 8 and 8:30, but this is after the live session, so it's not a big deal. Anyways, it looks like we'll be looking for buys here, guys, because price is bullish on the higher time frames and it's also bullish on the lower time frames. So we'll see where price goes, but the thing that we're looking for here is we're looking for price to break and close past this session. You guys can see price is having trouble getting past it. Price comes up, rejects directly off the sessions right here. We need this set close above here. So the pattern that I'm looking for at this point, guys, is a break, retest, continuation, right? But you can see right here that price is having trouble getting past it. If you guys remembered my red flags, indicate that we don't take trades around these areas. So going back over here, I'll put up the red flags. When to avoid trades when price is near sessions, which is this green line, purple line, and red line. When price is near opening price, this blue line. And when price is near news price, the pink line, which is not up right now because there's no news. But yeah, you guys can see how price gets highly manipulated around this green line, right? Don't take any trades around this area unless you guys are absolutely certain price will continue to push past it or reject off it. But it's really hard to tell, right? You can't really guarantee that that's going to happen. So right here, price is pushing above it. I still wouldn't chase it here. Price is knocking out liquidity. As you guys can see, there's liquidity sitting right here. So price pretty much shot up right now, knocked out liquidity right there, but there's no guarantee it's going to keep pushing, right? Price can easily just come right back down. So I'm not going to play around with the market and, basically play chicken here and see if I can get lucky. I'm going to wait and I'm going to see if price ends up continuing to the upside or if it, comes back down. I'm just looking for this pattern right here, guys. I'm looking for a break and retest of structure, which is the sessions. You can see the fake outs happening right there, double wick on top. I wouldn't be surprised if price comes straight back down. So don't be a sucker and don't get caught in something like this, because I see so many people get caught in trades like this. They hop in a little too early and price just ends up coming right back down and stopping them straight. So just be patient, guys. Hey, Pump, how's it going? Morning. Morning, nice. Morning, everybody. Let's see. Nick said CNBC's breaking news is bullish. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't chase that right there, right? CNBC just released bullish news, pushed price up, fake people out, came right back down. But you guys can see right here, this is exactly why I don't trade at these sessions, because look how, this is a pretty clear manipulated move, right? This is a huge spike in wick and just candle movement. So if your stop loss is too tight, you're going to get stopped out right away. If you just measure these candles right here, market open right here at this blue line, it's pretty much pushed up and down about 550 pips. So it's not a good area to trade in, especially if you have a tight stop loss. Hey, AR, how's it going? Morning. All right, let's pull up CNBC real quick, refresh this. All right, breaking news from CNBC. They mentioned S&P opened slightly higher as investors look to recover last week's losses. Yeah, last week was choppy, guys. We had one loss last week from the official trades, but it was a rocky week for everybody. It wasn't just for us. It was just in general. Looking over here at CNBC, all the indices are currently up right now, or futures, whatever you guys want to call it. Indices, futures, US30 is up 64 points, S&P is up 5 points, Nasdaq's up 21 points, Russell 2K is up 3 points, VIX is currently up 4%. So everything's up right now. You want to be careful though, because obviously you don't want to get suckered into chasing these buys, because price is going to have to retrace at some point. So we do have a bullish bias today, guys, but we have to wait for that confirmation. So what I'm looking for here is, since we already have a bullish bias with regard to trend, we don't have to look at all the charts anymore. Well, for this time being, right? Because looking over here, I'll just refresh everything. 1 minute's bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 10 minutes bullish. The reason for that is because price is above the pivots, trend meter is green down below, and the pivots are all angling up. So we obviously have a bullish bias here. So I'm just going to maximize the 1 minute. I don't really care what's going on in the other time frames right now, because we already confirmed the trend. What I'm looking for here now is I'm looking for price to retrace down. So price already pushed up. I'm looking for price to retrace down with the sell signal to confirm a retracement. And then when it shoots back up, we'll have a momentum scalp failure entry. I typically don't take the first entry right here. I look for the second one. So I'll mark up the momentum scalp failure entry. But again, this is one of the riskier entries because this is the first leg of the move. And it's risky because you're going against the trend. Price shows that it's pulling back down with regard to momentum. So this entry right here is just the first leg of the move. It's this move right here where price comes down and you're kind of predicting it to swing back up. But we don't want to predict, right? We want to go where the market's going. So like what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for price to come back down. This entry will play out. Once it plays out, I'm going to take this entry right next to it because these entries come right after each other. So that's a setup that we're looking for right there. Looking over here on the higher time frames, I mean, everything's lining up. So we're definitely looking for buys here, of course. 1 hour here is bullish, 30 minutes bullish, 10 minutes bullish. We're looking for the same thing, right? Price above the pivots, pivots angling up, trend meter green. So everything here is good for a buy. But you don't want to just hop into a buy and pray that it'll keep going up, right? You want to actually have an entry there. So don't just enter a buy for no reason. Only enter if you actually have some sort of entry lined up for you. If you guys can see right here, this is not a good setup because there's huge wicks on both sides, right? So when there's huge wicks on both sides, what does that tell you? That tells you that there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. We don't know where price is going. Price can easily go like up higher or price can just come right back down, right? If price comes back down, where's target price point? Sessions, right? If price comes down further, where's the next target price point? Opening price. So you don't want to get screwed taking a buy here and then price retraces all the way down here just for it to swing all the way back up, right? So just be smart about the moves that you guys decide to take, guys. My thing here with giving you guys advice and just my analysis is really to give you guys quality breakdowns of like what's to likely happen, because you can never be sure about one position, right? You can never be like, okay, this is for sure going to go up or this is for sure going to go down. You always have to like weigh your pros and cons. That's the whole point of probabilities here. So I'm giving you guys my analysis to show you what's probably going to happen, right? Like I think eventually price will continue pushing up, but price is overextended. Price has been pushing up since 5 o'clock down here, right? So price has been pushing up super heavy right here from this lower point. It's pushed up about 1,000 pips. But like while it might not seem like a lot of pips, this is a big push for a Monday because it's kind of slow right now. Market isn't in full swing yet. So it's pushed up about 1,000 pips. It's due for retracement, right? It can retrace the entire 1,000 pips or it can retrace the halfway mark, 500 pips. So unless your stop loss is wide enough, you might get stopped out on that retracement. So just be patient and wait for this to come down and then we'll catch it on the continuation back up. Yeah, Maddie said having trouble closing above the high opening price. Yeah, so Maddie over here mentioned that price is having trouble closing above the high. Let me just scroll out a little bit. Let me see if there's another target price point above. So this is as high as it's been for this week so far. So there's no other sessions above. This is the closest structure right now on the shorter time frames. On the higher time frames, of course, there's going to be higher areas here to test. Let's see. Okay, so I'll go over here on the 10. I'm just going to mark up this high over here so that you guys can have an idea of like where next target price point is likely to go. I'm just going to maximize the 10 because we don't really care about the other time frames right now. There goes the next, or there's a high here that's still trying to get broken too as well. This one. Okay, so price is trying to break the high here on the 10-minute. And then the next level of structure is going to be above there. So we got about 10 seconds left on this candle right here on the 10-minute. If it closes above, next target price point is going to be up here. But I'm going to look for that retracement. Right. So I'm looking for the same pattern over here as well. It's just a matter of time until it will play out. We have price break and close above it, retest of the structure, and continuation to the upside. So it's the same thing, guys. It doesn't matter whatever time frame you're trading on. We trade based off momentum. So we're looking for the momentum to pull back, and then we're going to swing right back to the upside, right? So it doesn't matter what you guys want to trade on. My strategies work on all assets, on all time frames. It's just applying the same thing on the higher time frames. So, all right, now we're just waiting for the sell signal to come up. Once the sell signal plays out, we can have an entry for momentum scalp failure. And once we have that, we can look for a momentum scalp variation right after it. But everything here is bullish, so we're definitely looking for buys today. Volume still above average. You guys look down here on the 1 minute. Volume has been above average pretty much all candles since open. It's been 10 minutes since open, so just got to wait for that retracement. All right, nothing here. Let me just look around. I want to see if there's any hints here indicating that, we're going to get a nice move. So looking over here on the 10, so typically what I look for here is when we look for the retracement, I'm looking for a rejection off one of these pivots, right? You guys probably noticed this. I was doing this a lot last week. I was looking for these rejections off the pivots. There's no rejections off the pivots here aside from the 1 hour. So there's one right here, which is actually a pretty clean rejection off the yellow pivot. If you get an alignment with the rejection off like the 1 hour, 30 minute, 10 minute, etc., this is going to give you a good idea as to like where price is likely to go. We don't have one here on the 30. So I think this right here will kind of just bounce around. This 1 hour candle has about 18 minutes left on it. So I think this will kind of bounce around a bit. And then these candles over here will also follow. So keep an eye out for that there. But at the moment, there's just nothing for us to really focus on. But everything here is bullish. So everything is bullish. We're just waiting for that retracement, looking for it to pull back. And then once it's done pulling back, we'll be ready to hop into an entry here. Here we go, that huge pullback right on the 1 minute. All right, so target price point here is to come back down and retest the sessions. This is exactly why I was telling you guys not to chase that buy. You guys chase the buy up here, you need some massive drawdown, about 500 pips. All right, looking for that sell signal, rejection off the pivots right there. So just looking across the board, guys, we have the buy signal here on the 10. This is a good sign because now that we have a buy signal, we can start looking for other entries here. Specifically the momentum scalp variation. So we have an alignment of momentum here. The thing with this here that may be an issue is that we need to have price continue to hold the momentum, right? Because if price comes down too hard, so say for example, price comes down super hard and it comes right back down to opening price. If that happens there, then we're going to get a sell signal here on the 10. All right, we don't want that. We want to keep the buy signal valid because unless we have a buy signal valid, we can't take any entries down here. We can take an entry for a momentum scalp failure, but we can't take any of these entries because these here require momentum. All right, so we just got to wait, guys. Matter of patience, waiting for this to play out. This is really what trading is, guys. So I know a lot of you guys here are new. If you guys are part of the mentorship, you guys have probably noticed this for the past couple of weeks because we haven't had a very trading market for the past 2 weeks or so since the start of February. But a lot with trading has to do with just being patient. So there goes that sell signal right there, guys. It's currently pending. So we have a pending sell signal right here on the 1 minute. If this here closes with the sell signal, then this is technically going to be a momentum scalp failure. But as I mentioned, guys, I'm not going to take this entry here because I typically don't take this first one. I wait for the next one to follow up. So if this closes right here, this is fine. This is going to be considered a momentum scalp failure. But I'll be looking for the follow-up, which is a momentum scalp variation. All right, we still have the buy signal there, so we're fine. But yeah, if this here closes, this is going to be considered, if it closes with a sell signal here, the red bar that's vertical, that would be considered a momentum scalp failure. Let me just measure it to see what the range should be. Range should be 1030 for today, guys, because the movement isn't very high. Volatility is very low right now. What I'm trying to explain right here is the fifth requirement. You know, whether you're using a 1030 or a 2550, it's based on market movement. Market movement right here is slow. Volatility is very low for a Monday. So we'll be going for 100 pips instead of the 250. So just an FYI, guys. But no sell signal here, so no entry for the momentum scalp failure, at least not yet. But again, guys, just an FYI, I'm not taking this trade here. I'm just marking it up for you guys. If it follows up with the momentum scalp variation, I will be taking that one. Yeah, Maddie said price is going sideways here. Exactly. And I also don't like how these candles are looking, right? Huge wicks on both sides. This is not a good sign because there's no direction here. So you don't really know where price is going. Typically, I'm okay if there's wicks on just one side, but there's wicks on both sides over here. So when you see wicks like this, price can really go either way. So you're taking a big gamble here, right? So if we don't get any direction here, I'm not going to take the trade. I'm just going to wait for the next setup to play out. Because if you guys remember from Friday, this is how I took a loss on Friday, right? It was a trade that I shouldn't have entered, but I entered it late and price just ended up going sideways until it ended up stopping me out before shooting straight to profit like later. So, you just got to be smart about your moves here. Weighing my pros and cons, there's no direction here. Price is literally going sideways. If you were to measure, or not even measure, just mark up the wicks right here, you guys can see that there's really no direction. So I'm just marking up the wicks right there. You guys can see that price is just bouncing back and forth between these boxes. So just got to be smart about this. Chrissy said, LOL, not the market acting up for my birthday month. Yeah, it's weird because February is usually a pretty smooth month. I think last year was pretty solid, but this year it's been kind of slow. Just typically, yeah, February is usually pretty active. Let me see. So let me pull up the results from like last February. So I've been trading live for like about 5 years now, guys. So we have a lot of data from the previous years. So going back over here to February of 2022, let's see what the results were for that month. All right, so February 2022. Yeah, February. So February last year, we had a really good month. You guys can see here, we had 17 wins and 1 loss last February. So this year is different. It's just, it's just how the month's running, unfortunately. But yeah, for last year, we had 17 wins and 1 loss. So typically February is a good month. I don't know what's going on this year. I don't know if it's because of the recession or what, but last year we did pretty good this month. Yeah, I know, right, Chrissy? 17 wins and 1 loss last year. But this month we're like we're not doing horrible this month, but we're not doing great. We're doing okay. 7 wins and 2 losses for this month so far. So we're all right. But it has been kind of rocky these past couple of weeks. The market hasn't been very smooth. So Ruin and Maddie said the regular breakout hit. Yeah, the regular breakout was, let me see, market open right here. Yeah, regular breakout was off this candle right here, guys. So if you guys took the regular breakout 1.0, the industry would have been right here. It's a strong green candle. Everything was bullish. The only problem is that it was right at the sessions. But if you guys took the regular breakout right there, would have blasted right through the TP right there. I'm not going to count the trade, of course, because it's not a trade that I took. The only trades that count as the official trades for our, for these live sessions, guys, are the ones that I actually take. So the ones that I take and I show you guys, and I'm pretty clear about entry, those are the ones we're going to count, but I haven't had anything yet so far. So don't worry, it's just a matter of time until something comes up. We're basically just waiting for the sell signal to come up, retracement, and then we'll catch it as it swings, right back up higher. See, Kevin said, I think it's going to test 34,000. Yeah, that's exactly where it went, Kevin. Went straight to 34,000 right here. It came and just blasted through the TP for the breakout 1.0, the original breakout right there. Whole numbers are a good area to look out for if you're going through those psychological numbers. Basically I forgot what they call them. I think they just call them whole numbers, right? 34,000, 34,500, 36,000, 35,000, etc. Those are good numbers to look out for. But also you want to make sure that, you got to keep an eye out for those as being areas of manipulation, because other people think of that the same way too. So the problem with trading those whole numbers is that if everybody's looking for that specific number, you can be sure that market makers are looking to manipulate around that price point, right? That's like how trading works, guys. Like, that's why I don't trade like everybody else. If you guys look at my style of trading is like way different compared to everybody else that you guys might have seen, trade US30 or just trading in general. I trade based off momentum. So I try to catch these momentum swings. A lot of people like to trade off structure, which is fine. It's just, you're going to get faked out a lot more times if you trade like everybody else. Yeah, exactly. Kevin said whole numbers or institutional levels. Yeah, exactly. Thing is, everybody knows about that stuff. So like, that's, becomes a risky area to trade in. Like I wouldn't be surprised if price fakes out. So the number that Kevin over here mentioned, 34,000. This is the whole number that he was mentioning. I wouldn't be surprised if price fakes out right here, and then it comes right back down. Because the way that a lot of people trade these numbers is that when they see price break and close above it, they enter a buy right away. And this is where they get stopped out because they put their stop loss right below it. And I wouldn't be surprised if this comes down, stops people out, and then it comes right back up, right? So that's why I don't trade those numbers. I look at them as like target price points, but I don't necessarily trade them, because I try to stay away from as much manipulation as possible, guys. So like, if you guys see my green line right here, the New York high, I don't trade around this area because you can see how price just gets manipulated right here, right? Manipulation happens in the market, but it only happens at certain price points. So that's what you guys have to be aware of. A lot of people think manipulation happens everywhere, but it really doesn't. You can see right here, we can take buys right here and we'll be perfectly fine. But if you start taking trades around this area, this is where you start to get screwed, right? That's why these are considered my red flags. Like, you can take trades around these areas here where price passes through, but I don't trade around these specific price points. Any of these horizontal lines, those are no-go zone for me. And that's from experience, because I've been trading live for like 5 years. I've been trading total like a long time, but trading live has really helped me understand these levels, because, I try to stay as accurate as possible, especially during these live sessions, because I don't want to give you guys bad advice and I don't want to give you guys bad markups, because, it's my credibility on the line if I start to screw up. So that's why we have such a good consistency here with my analysis, because I make sure I check everything before I take any trades or before I tell you guys anything, because I want to be very on point with my entries here, especially for my own account. Yeah, Peter said they might push it up heavy because news tomorrow. Yeah, let me check the news for tomorrow. It's CPI, right? So tomorrow, Tuesday, February 14th, it is Valentine's Day here in the US. I think it's Valentine's Day everywhere. But also, the thing that's really important is that it's CPI. We have inflation news tomorrow, CPI monthly, CPI yearly, core CPI monthly. I'm expecting inflation numbers to go up, right? So last month, they were negative 1% for the month, 6.5% for the year. They're forecasting it to be higher. The reason why I'm forecasting it to be higher, guys, is because we're going into a recession here in the US, right? Or if the US is going to recession, everybody's going to recession. So that's why we kind of predict it to be bad news. But I mean, who knows? Price doesn't move directly off news, right? It reacts to it, but you probably won't see the initial move happen right away. It'll probably fake out and then it'll go in that direction after. But we'll see. All right, this market has not given us a sell signal yet. We're still waiting for that sell signal here to come up. We don't have it yet, but hopefully it comes up within the next couple minutes or so. I mean, either way, it's fine. We still have a lot of wicks on both sides, top side and bottom side. So there's still no direction here. Let me check the higher time frame, see if there's anything here, any hints really showing us where price is likely to go. Nothing yet. The 10-minute over here is still looking nice. So target price point is still that upper level, guys. So I still have that upper level right there marked up. We'll see if this here pushes. But we're waiting for that retracement. We still don't have the retracement yet. So the retracement here is key. That's basically what we're waiting for, because we don't want to hop into a buy and then have this come straight back down. But as you guys can see, it keeps creating a new range. So here's the high right there. And here's the low. It's still going sideways. So yeah, we just gotta wait for this to play out. Yeah, Frederick said manipulation galore. Look at the wicks. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm looking at, Frederick. So some people don't believe in manipulation and some people believe too much in manipulation. I think there's a balance in between that you guys should be aware of. Don't be worried about trading because you think manipulation happens all the time. As long as you understand where those levels are, then you guys should be fine. So I think the main thing to look out for here would be the 4,000 level or 34,000 level right here. So I think for specifically, this should be the area to like kind of be careful for. I kind of like mark it up 10 pips below and above the whole number, because this is typically where you'll get like price to come up, retrace, and it's just going to keep bouncing around this area right here. Midpoint's going to be 34,000, of course. This is probably not a good area to really trade in. You guys can see how clear it is. Price just keeps bouncing around that area right there. Let's clean this up. So still no sell signal yet. Waiting for that retracement to come up, but for the moment, where price should be going. Let's see. So Barack mentioned, I think it's not so much about manipulation. I think price is doing what it should. What do you mean by that, Barack? Sorry, I don't understand what you're mentioning there. Because manipulation obviously happens, right? Like price isn't doing what it should right here, right? Like, what do you call this? See, Barack said you'll rarely see frequent manipulation on HTF. Sorry, I'm like completely lost with what you're mentioning, Barack. Because like this right here, you know what HTF is, right? It's high frequency trading. So it's like, I think you also spelled it out like it's HFT. So high frequency trading is like the algorithms that trade, right? That's why this manipulation happens here, because a lot of bank algorithms, whenever price gets past this price point right here, what happens is that the bank algorithms keep selling. So see right here, our price gets above it. The bank algorithms just keep selling it back down until it finally pushes down, right? It's the same thing that happens at pretty much all of these lines here. So like, for example, price got below this purple line, and what happens down here, the bank algos, that's considered manipulation, right? Because it's not a, I forgot the word. It's not like a natural movement, because it's not like actual traders pushing price down and up. It's the bank algos that are pushing price back, and like they keep price in this area because your price is trying to get past it, but the bank algos keep pushing it down. And then same with this right here, price comes down because this is like people following the move, but then the bank algos keep bouncing it off right here. So, I mean, yeah, if you consider it, if you call it price is doing what it should, I mean, I don't think that's a good term for it, because I don't think price is doing what it should. If price is pushing up right here, if price is doing what it should push up or down, right? That's price doing what it should be doing. Like, I don't think price should ever just go sideways like this, right? Because for markets, price needs to go up or price needs to go down. I don't think a sideways movement, like you don't have buyers and sellers like hitting buy and sell right across from each other. You have bank algos buying and selling across from each other. Because it's just too fast. It's way too fast for like a normal person. Like for me and you, if we had like 100 people buying and selling right right across from each other, you have to really be like hitting buy and sell right away for something like that. And you need like thousands and thousands of people to be doing that with huge lot sizes to really have that type of movement. Yeah, Maddie said definitely some manipulation, LOL. Barack said, please help me. I wonder what would happen if we stayed out of the market during. I mean, we do, Barack. That's literally what we do. Because Barack's asking, please help me. I wonder what would happen if we stayed out of the market during manipulation. I mean, we typically do. You got to think about it, Barack. These banks and institutions are trading like billions of dollars. You're not going to move the market with your like 1 lot size or 10 lot size, right? Your 10 lot size has nothing to do with like these bank movements. These bank institutions are dropping like thousands of lot sizes down. So your like 10 lot doesn't even like do anything to the market. And if you're trading on FTMO, you're literally not doing anything in the market because we're trading on a separate server. So like whenever we put in trades right here, like on FTMO or any of these funding companies, you're not even on the on the actual liquidity. I mean, FTO is executing the trades, but for the most part, we're not really making a footprint in the market at all. Barack said, would it still be jumpy as retail traders are cautious? I think most retail traders are cautious. I think I feel like during COVID, when you guys saw like the whole Wall Street bets movement, that kind of made people think that people are really pushing the market, but realistically, we're not really pushing the market. It's like impossible for a retail trader to push the market, especially for an asset like this, US30. Maybe for like smaller stocks, yeah, if you're trading like one stock, you can move the market, but US30, that's crazy for you, for like retail traders to really push the market like that. Like none of this movement here is by any retail traders. I can almost guarantee that. There's no way we could move this market unless everybody's literally buying. But the thing is, when you think about US30, this isn't an asset that people typically like actively trade like that. A lot of the long-term investments are held onto these assets. That's why these move. Like that's why if you look at US30 on a higher time frame, like look at it on a 1 hour, or not even a 1 hour, if you look at it from a daily, it's always bullish, right? Because people are just buying and holding, or not even daily. If you look at it from a 12-month, like look at US30 from a 12-month aspect. This is an investment type asset, so like typically it'll hold its move to the upside, right? If you look at this from January 2002, it's been bullish because this is like what a lot of people's investment accounts are invested in. You can't really push US30 like that. The asset's so expensive. You think about this, like you don't have 34,000 to buy one share or one contract of this directly, right? We're buying like these partial assets, partial stocks of it. But yeah, no, it's cool to like have an idea. Like, you should always like think about the what ifs. I feel like a lot of people don't think about the what ifs. They just follow about like what certain people say. But anyways, back to the 10-minute over here, guys. Price came up and hit my price point right there. So as I mentioned, I said this was the first price level. The next price level is this one right here, which it came and tested. Price hasn't retraced yet, so there's no entry for us at the moment. We're waiting for that sell signal to come up, but it hasn't come up yet. So don't worry if you guys are wondering, what's going on in the market. There's like nothing for us to take right now. Price is just going back and forth. Well, not back and forth. Price pushed up and then now it's going back and forth. Like it's going to, it goes into a range right here. Then it pushes up, back into a range, pushes up, and we're back into a range. So I'm just waiting for it to come back down from this point, retracement. Yeah, let's see. So Barack said, yeah, I think I need to understand this concept of manipulation because it makes me fear entering. Well, the main reason to get away from, well, for me personally, that's why I scalp, because it's harder to get caught in the, I wouldn't necessarily say harder. It's like less likely that you'll get caught in manipulation, right? If you're trading on the higher time frames, intraday and swing trading, if you're holding on to a trade for like a couple hours, within those couple hours, it's going to reach one of these price points or like, areas where price will likely be to be manipulated. That's why I prefer to scalp.
because when I scalp and take these quick moves, I'm usually in and out of the market within a few minutes. So I don't get caught in manipulation, right? I just avoid trades completely whenever price gets near these areas. So, I mean, I don't think there'll ever be a time where you can like completely understand manipulation in the market, because there's always different things that are happening. There's a lot of moving pieces. But I don't think you should really fear manipulation too much. You know, that's what probabilities are all about. If you're taking a trade with a high probability, then if it stops you out due to manipulation, then you just got to accept the loss and then move on to the next one. As long as your probabilities are high enough, odds of you hitting that trade are more likely than not. So yeah, Brock said, I get what you've explained. It's a computer doing these things. Yeah, I mean, it's bank algos, right? That's pretty much what runs the markets now. That's why you see a lot of the movements in the market. It'll push up, and then when it gets near these areas, it just goes sideways, because that's typically where the bank algos are like trading. They're not always going to be for sure like on point, but typically, you know, wherever I have these horizontal lines, you guys will see like I have these lines up. Let me just take this off. So you guys can see where my lines are, right? They don't move. They're stuck there. So you guys can see, like I've become better and better at identifying these areas where they trade at. So that's why I just avoid trades around these areas. The red line, right? Price stays around this area. Purple line right here. You can tell bank algos are trading around this point. So, you know, trading the same asset for years and years, especially live, it helps us understand where they're trading at. So you can see here this red line, price comes back to it, and it's just not a good area to trade in. Like you can really get stopped out in either direction. So whenever price gets near these areas, I just skip it. I don't even bother looking at trades around those areas. I think that's probably the best way for you to like identify it too, Brock. It's really just whenever price gets near these red flags, which I consider, you know, when to avoid trades, just avoid them, and you won't get caught in manipulation. So like right here's an okay area to trade because there's no horizontal lines, right? So you could have taken a buy here and held on to these trades, and you could have, you know, this big push up. I already had this marked up here. So if you were to take a trade at some point here, like off this high, this is technically a high-low entry, right? If you guys are familiar with my strategies, this right here was a high-low entry because price broke and closed past this high right here. So you could have taken this buy here and rode it to the next structure, right? It's like 1,000 pip move right there. You could have done that if you guys knew what you were doing and applied my strategies. But for me personally, I don't like taking these types of trades because I do consider them risky. So you could have taken a trade, your stop loss could have been below the high low over here, and then you could have went for like a 3-to-1 right there, or 1-to-3, I guess. All right, so price is breaking past this structure now. Next price point is going to be, or I mean, I guess, well, this big wick right here kind of like knocked stuff out, but the next price point for price to test, which hasn't technically been tested yet, is going to be this next level up there. So again, you know, me being conservative, I'm not going to hop into these trades here. I have an idea of where price is going. Like from this entire morning, I mentioned we were going to be looking for buys, but we haven't had any entries. The thing that you guys need to understand as well is following your trading plan, right? For me, I have a trading plan. I'm only applying these 3 strategies. So even though I'm finding these entries here that are coming up, I'm not like FOMOing into any of these trades. Yeah, of course, I probably missed this big move here, but with my consistency, I want to stick to these 3 strategies. So that's another thing that I need to like remind you guys too. And same with you, Brock. So like, you know, me and Brock had this talk last week. Like Brock's problem is that he bounces from strategy to strategy. He'll be applying one strategy, and then once he starts losing, he starts doing a totally different strategy. And then he never finds consistency, right? That's the problem with a lot of people. For me personally, you guys have seen, I've been applying just these 3 strategies this entire year. So just applying these 3 strategies right here, you guys have seen my results. I'm currently up 13% for the year so far because I'm consistent. What I recommend is if you guys have a strategy that you guys like to apply, just stick to that one strategy or a couple strategies. Don't keep bouncing from strategy to strategy because you'll never master it. You know, I think that's a big problem with a lot of people. I'm trying to show you guys consistency by like just applying these strategies right here for the most part that are considered, you know, official entries. So if you guys can stay consistent, you guys should be perfectly fine trading. Don't like change strategy just because the market changes a little bit. We're in the middle of February. It's not time to change your strategy. if anything, you should be changing your strategy around the summer because market moves in season. So like during summer, price will be ranging a lot, and then you can probably change to a ranging type strategy. But for me personally, all my strategies are based off momentum. So I'm only going to be applying these three for the entire year for the most part. In the summer, if it starts to move really slow, I'll change it up. But for the most part, it's, I'm going to stick to these strategies here. So, all right, guys, we haven't missed anything yet. We're still waiting for price to come back down for the retracement, which we haven't had yet. I know we probably missed this big move here that you guys could have taken, but I already marked it up here. So if you guys wanted to, trade based off my analysis, you guys could have done that. But for me personally, I haven't taken a trade, and I'm just waiting for my setups to play out. Let's see, Dijon said I'm only applying the high low, but I missed the one that came up on the 1 minute. Yeah, that's all good, Dijon. So Dijon actually missed the entry here. So there's a high low scalp that came up right here. So you guys can see there's certain people here who have been part of the group for a while. Like Dijon's been with me for like, I don't know what, 5 years now, Dijon. So he knows this strategy here. The strategy Dijon was applying and that Maddie applies is the high low scalp. I'm not going to be applying this. As I mentioned, my trading plan is these 3 strategies. But if you guys know my other strategies here, I have about 20 strategies. And you guys can get access to this, just, sign up to the course. Dijon is applying this right here. Confirm overall bias, it's bullish. Confirm price, confirm the previous high low. There's a high low right there. Confirm price and break close past it right there. Confirm trading in momentum direction. You have a bullish momentum there. Confirm price is not ranging or consolidating. It's not here because price is bullish, obviously. Confirm price hasn't touched the previous swing. First time testing it right there. So if you were to take this entry here, which Dijon mentioned, that'd be a high-low scalp. So just want to give you guys a heads up. If you guys have my indicators and my strategies, you guys can apply whatever strategy you like. But for me personally, I'm only applying these 3 right here. So I know there's a lot of entries that are coming up here, but I'm not taking any of them. I'm just sticking to these right here during the live session. Yeah, Dijon says probably year 3. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how long you guys have been around with me for. But I'm glad you guys are still around. All right, we have a sell signal right here. Currently pending. So if this here closes, guys, as long as volume is below average, this will technically be a momentum scalp failure. But again, as I mentioned, guys, I'm not taking this first one here. I'm looking for the next entry to follow up. So there's a possible entry here for a momentum scalp failure. But I'm going to be waiting for the next one here to play out. This is a momentum scalp failure entry right here, but I'll be waiting for this momentum scalp variation to play out after. So if price ends up closing above the pivots right there, then that's going to be a momentum scalp variation. All right. So I'm kind of just waiting for this to play out here. 20 seconds left on it. And it's also double body for a V1 right there too. So there you go with that right there. If this ends up closing, this will be an entry for a momentum scalp variation. Only going for 100 pips on this move. Gotta wait for it to actually close though. See, did it close properly? It did. And then another momentum scalp right after it. So it's pending. See my MetaTrader. Looking for this momentum scalp after it too. Looking for that buy signal after it too for the momentum scalp. Sorry guys, still kind of sick. Let's see where this is at. Just hoping that buy signal will close out because the buy signal will give it the volatility that we need to push it up higher. Let me check the other time frames over here real quick too. Yeah, I don't really see any other price points around this area. It's kind of just bouncing around. Volume's kind of low. I was hoping the volume would push up, because if the volume pushed up, it would cause it to just, blast right through. But there's like just not much volume. So we might get a bit of a sideways movement, but I'm looking for that buy signal there to close, because when the buy signal closes, it'll provide the push. I think there's I mean, the only news that's coming up for today is at 8 o'clock. There's no other news today. I just want to make sure there's like nothing here to really affect it or to cause, some weird movement in price. Let's see. Yeah, the only news is at 8 o'clock, which is going to happen a little later. There is a momentum signal that we're waiting for, but the volume here is like super low. So just gonna let it be. Looking at mine right there, it's pushing up. Looks like I might have gotten earlier entry there. Full TP on my guys. So full TP, I'm already out of the position, made 1,000 off that. If you guys are already out, great. There's a pending buy signal there though. I don't know why the alert didn't trigger. I'm just gonna delete it. So I'm already out of the position, guys. Full TP on my end. Locked in total profit of 1,130. All right. There's a possible momentum scalp here, but price is going sideways now, so I'm just going to hold off on it. I'm not going to take this next entry. Usually I would take the next entry right after, but the volume here is just way too low. All right, so solid profit on there, guys. First trade of the week. Solid. I locked in 1,130 off my 400K funded account. Locked in 1,010 on my MFF. So basically a total profit of about 4,000 for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a screenshot of this real quick. Clean this up right here. This right here was a momentum scalp variation. Hopefully the market picks back up. I mean, the volatility is super low. You'd expect it to blast right through right away, but okay. Just take everything off the chart here, clean it up. And now we're just waiting for the setup to play out again. So we got the setup right there. And now we're just waiting for the next one. So this was a variation. All right, 100 pips on that one. Oops. Yeah, Nick said I took half TP because I wasn't digging the movement. That's a smart move, Nick. So if you guys don't feel comfortable about a position, guys, always pull out early, right? If you guys are not comfortable and price keeps bouncing sideways or it's not moving the way you want, just when it goes into profit, pull out in profit. It's better to pull out with some partial profit rather than to risk it and just be stressed out the entire time. So it's all right. Profit's profit, guys. Peter said volatility's left the chat. So slow. Yeah. So here are my profits so far. I'm going to just post my screenshot over here real quick. I'll screenshot all my accounts first. Here for the day. All right, so let me go and post my profits there. There's still no momentum scalp entry that came up. I was still waiting for it to play out, but yeah, I was looking for that buy signal to come up, guys, but it hasn't come up yet. So it's a matter of time here until we get that. You see some profits over here from the other guys. So for my account right here, guys, you can see I locked in 1,130 off my FTMO 400K account. 1,000 on my MFF number 1, 1,010 on my MFF number 2, 1,010 on my MFF number 3. So solid profit across the board. Some more profits over here as well. Let's see. We have Dijon over here, total profit of 565. Nice work right there. Dijon let it run to full TP. Great work. Let me just copy this over real quick, or I'll just copy Dijon's first. So solid work right there, Dijon, to kick off the trading week. Anelli over here as well, full TP. Nice work, Anelli. Took the same trade I took, total profit of 1,180. So we just made a little more profit than me, but exact same entry, exact same TP, in and out super quickly. And this is what I was talking about earlier, Brock. So this is why we don't I don't get caught in manipulation, because I'm just in and out of the market super quickly. Like I don't have time to like let the market really screw with me, right? I'm usually in and out right away. Shock over here as well. Total profit of 1,130 for the day. Nice work, Shock. A full TP as well. He did the same exact thing I did. So same profits as well as me. Shaka locked in some profits there, and man, that's so annoying. I hate when Telegram does that. Okay, yeah, Shako here, 1,130. Solid profits there. Here's Will. Will took it for a partial move. Nice, or look, he took it for the full move, actually, just a smaller lot size. Total profit of 177 for the day. Great work, Will. Yeah, just keep building that up. Eunice over here said little profit from pre-market and the momentum variation. Total profit of 77 for the day. All wins, no losses. Nice work, Eunice. We have Maddie over here. Total profit of 865 on this account. That's his first account. And then total profit of 896 on this account. Nice work, Maddie. I think both of them copied already. Martha over here. Nice work, Martha. I can see the green strip. She let the trades hit full TP. Total profit, well over 2,000 for the day. Great work, Martha. I'm hoping you didn't hit that buy button like 3 times. We talked about. Martha messaged me over the weekend. She, like, I think her internet connection is kind of off. So like what she does is she hits the buy button a couple times, and then she ends up in the position like 3 times. Hopefully that's not what happened here. Let me see the timestamp. Okay, that's not what happened here, because you enter these at different times. Yeah, she's learned her lesson on that one. What I recommend, guys, if that's an issue with you guys and your internet connection is not fast enough, just hit it once. Because Martha here is pushing it like 2 or 3 times, and then she ended up in 3 different positions, and that kind of like threw her off because she was freaking out when she was in position. So if you guys have a connectivity issue, just pull out like whenever you guys have the opportunity, or just click once and just let that trade play out. Brock over here said made some today, not an ideal market. Yeah, total profit for Brock, total profit of 1,088. Nice work, Brock. Yeah, and this is the Brock that I'm talking to right here on the live too. 1,088 for the day. Solid work right there. Natasha said not feeling good today, so missing a lot of entries. Total profit of 308. That's all good, Natasha. As long as you made some profit, I think that's all that really matters. Sam over here as well, currently at 905 for the day. 2 wins, no losses. Solid work, Sam. We have Huda over here, or sorry, Martin. Martin over here said same thing as Martha, bro. He clicked buy a few times. So good thing it played out, but yeah, probably not a good habit to build up, guys. So Martin over here is up 5,700, I think, total for the day, or for this specific trade. He locked in 2,980 off this one and 880 off the second one. So probably a good idea to just click it once. I know sometimes it'll feel good when you guys get lucky, but you guys don't want to get lucky, right? You guys want to just be on point with your consistency. Some more profits over here from, let's see, Sisuk. Sisuk's currently up 2,750. Unfortunately, not all wins today for Sisuk, but he made it right back on that second trade. Looks like he had a little accident pre-market. He entered like literally on market open right here when he shouldn't have, but then he made it right back. He closed out of it for a small loss, and then he made it right back for that buy. So yeah, Sisuk said screwed up this morning testing something out, but he got it right back. Yeah, no, definitely Sisuk. Great work there. And then Larishan over here currently up 543 for the day. All wins, no losses. All right, guys. So great work so far across the entire team. You guys are doing pretty great for your first profits for this week so far. It's 7:24 right now, so we still have about 30 minutes till 8. So no worries, guys. There's no rush. We'll see if there's anything else that comes up, and we'll see. where this ends up going. All right, everyone, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Dijon said he'd probably shat himself if he entered 3 times. Fernando mentioned, did anyone take a trade on Hanko? It gave him a loss for some reason. So I didn't take it on my Hanko, so I can't really say. But if anybody here took the trade on a Hanko account, and if it played out or if it didn't, if you have some input, that'd be great for Fernando here. I didn't take it on mine, so I only took it on my 3 accounts, my 400K FTMO, and then my 3 MFFs. All right, we have a momentum scalp that's running right here, guys. But as I mentioned, I'm not going to take it because price is just going sideways. Not a good entry, in my opinion, to take. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this blasts right through and just continues pushing up higher, right? So I'll mark it up for you guys here, for you guys who do want to take it, but I'm not going to be taking it myself. Just want to give you guys a heads up. Yeah, so there goes. It's a pretty big candle too. So it's a little bit of a risky move. I just don't like because price is ranging right here. If you guys go to my red flags, it's one of the red flags, right? So not just these horizontal lines, but also when price is ranging, that's where I want to avoid trades. So that's why I'm not taking this trade here. You know, I'm a conservative trader, so I only take trades when I'm like 100% sure the trade's going to hit. Not to say that it's not going to hit, but I think this will actually hit, but I'm not comfortable with taking it. The reason why I think this is going to hit is because there's momentum right there and volume is above average. So I think the volume will pull through and it'll just blast. And it did right there, exactly what I just said, right? So this is why the volume here is key. If you guys see a momentum entry here and the volume is above average, the next candle is usually going to push at least 100 pips. And you can see right there, it blasted right through the TP. So if you guys took it, great. If you guys didn't, I already told you guys it was risky. That's why I didn't take it myself. So it's not going to count as an official trade. But it played out perfect, just like I mentioned. My analysis typically plays out because there's a lot of different moving pieces here that I look at. And even though I do think it's going to hit, for my sanity, I'm just not going to take the trade. You guys got to keep in mind that your mental has to be on point, right? Even though your analysis and everything plays out, your mental still has to be on point. I see a lot of people, they enter trades for no reason. They see a trade come up and they're like, okay, this meets my requirements, but they don't feel comfortable about the position. And then they enter the trade and then they regret it the entire time. So just make sure that you guys have your head on point whenever you guys are taking entries. Even if it looks like a good entry, but you're not comfortable about it, just don't take it. There's going to be more entries for you guys to take. Yeah. So other than that, let me take a screenshot of my individual profits, guys, and then we will continue on. All right. So here's my 400K account. And I'm just not, I'm taking it easy on the 400K. I should have taken 200 a lot, but it's okay. It's like I'm trading like one account right now, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm really just trying to get that refund first. I think when you guys get funded, the problem with a lot of people is that they end up taking like crazy trades or they change their strategy. For me personally, I'm taking things slow. I just want to get that refund first. Once I get the refund back, then I'll feel a little more comfortable because I don't have to worry about the refund. Because at that point, I'm trading risk-free. I feel like that's a problem with a lot of people. They get too excited once they get funded, and then their whole trading plan goes out the window. So remember, just stick to the game plan, guys. Whatever you guys did to get funded, stick to that same plan and continue trading that way. All right, so let me show you guys my profits. So here's my main account. This is my new 400K account on FTMO, blocking 1,130. Here's my MFF, locking 1,010, MFF number 2,010, and then MFF number 3,010. I'm not trading my TFF anymore, guys. So just an FYI, I'm in drawdown on that account. So I have to, I'm probably gonna YOLO like one trade on that account. And then whatever happens, happens. I don't really like TFF. I don't recommend you guys trade with them unless you guys are like intraday trading or swing trading, because they definitely don't work well with scalpers, especially if you're only going for 100 pips. It's gonna be impossible to make profit with them consistently. All right, so price is pushing up right here, just waiting for it to pull down a little bit, and then we will be looking for another setup for these entries right here. But great way to kick off the the trading week. All right, so let me go ahead and just copy this stuff over real quick. Not bad for a Monday. Trade came up. We anticipated. Let's see, some more profits over here. So we've got Seth over here. Nice, Seth. Good to see you back. Yeah, Seth said I've been silent for a while, just focusing on the craft. This is today's profit and withdrawal. Glad to see everyone killing it. So Seth over here is currently up 8,596 for the day. And he's made some pretty nice withdrawals for the day so far too. Pulled out 7,000 there, 700 there, 9,000 there, doing pretty good. So glad to see you back here in the chat, Seth. I know we haven't seen you in the chat for a while, but good to see you back here. I know you were sick for a while too, so glad to see you're back up and running. So yeah, Seth's currently up 8,000 for the day. Nick over here is up to 280. So nice work right there too, Nick. Let me scroll down further. Here's Maddie's mentee, Janesh. So guys, Maddie already has a mentee right now, so he's not looking to mentor anybody else at the moment. His mentee is up 700 for the day. Nice work, Janesh. Yeah, so the only people right now looking for a mentee or that's looking to mentor someone for the, our prop firm is CT, Sisuk, and Kip. So 3 guys right now looking for a mentee. Christian over here, blocking a total profit of 910. Looks like he got some slippage there. It's all good. Still made some profits. So nice work right there, Christian. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Seth said he's been here. He was attending his dad for the most part after his surgery. Main focus. Yeah, no, that's good, Seth. I mean, you got responsibility. So just glad to see you back here in the chat and active again. But yeah, hopefully your dad's doing good. All right, here's Jay over here. Jay made a total profit of 361 for the day. Nice work, Jay. Looks like you made a small loss earlier this morning, but then you made it right back. Looks like you probably got caught in that push to the upside, right? I know it was like really enticing to hop into that buy. It looks like you kind of just got stopped out, but then you made it right back. So solid work right here, Jay. Profit is profit, like you said. Other than that, we have Anelli over here. Anelli took another trade. He's currently up 2,130 for the day. Nice work, Nelly. Solid profits on your funded account. Here's Vincent over here. Vincent's currently up about 100 for the day. 2 wins, no losses. Great work. All wins for the day. Brock over here took a couple more trades. Total profit of 2,126 for the day. Nice work, Brock. All right, solid work, guys. And Christian over here currently up 910 for the day. Perfect. All right, guys. So there's no entries for us right now. We're looking for a sell signal to come up. Let me just go ahead and reanalyze everything for you guys to make sure that you guys are on the same page. Everything here is bullish. We're obviously looking for a buy. The 1 minute here is bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 10 minutes bullish. Reason for that is because price is above the pivots. Pivots are angling up and the trend meter down below is green. So we're obviously looking for buys here. Looking here on the higher time frames, same thing, right? Price above the pivots. Pivots are angling up, trend meter green. We're definitely looking for buys here on the higher time frames and the lower time frames. So what I'm waiting for is I'm just waiting for the retracement. We're looking for a sell signal to come up here, provide the retracement, and we'll catch a continuation back to the upside. It's literally all we're waiting for here. So just got to be patient and then wait for that entry to come up. If it doesn't come up by 8, completely fine. We'll come back tomorrow, do the same thing over again, get that entry for the day and lock in another $1,000, right? Nothing's better than locking $1,000 a day. I mean, it's hard to complain, right? That's how much money people make in a week. If you can just stay patient for a day, for like a couple minutes and lock in that one trade per day, it's like $1,000 a day. You lock in about 5,000 a week. That's a lot of money for a lot of people. And it prevents prevents you from having to go back to work. So just be patient, guys. The thing with trading is it's all about patience and discipline. And if you guys can lock in these profits consistently, this can really replace your job. That's what it did for me. As most of you guys know, I was an attorney before this. So it's crazy because I make like my attorney salary weekly now, or monthly actually, which is like, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about the numbers, guys. If you guys think about the long-term goal here, I think that's like what I focused on. That's why I was really able to excel with trading. Just keep your eyes on the long-term goal. You guys are going to have good days. You guys are going to have bad days. But if you guys can stay consistent every single day, you guys will literally open up so much opportunity. Other than that, let's see, a couple more profits here from Wesley. Wesley's currently at 540 for the day. Nice work, Wesley. Solid work right there. Total profit of 540, all wins. We got Sammy over here. Nice work, Sammy. Sammy's up 1,060 for the day. One win for the day, no losses. Great work, Sammy. Let's see. All right, I think that's it for right now. We'll go ahead and maximize the 1 minute. There's nothing for us to take right now. We're waiting for that retracement if and when it does play out. Gary said, thanks, Sean, as always, dropping off for the day. Yeah, definitely, Gary. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Maddie said, sentiment's been 60 plus short since the morning. Looks like a lot of retail lost their money in blue accounts. Yeah, no, exactly, guys. Looking over here at the retail sentiment, I typically don't look at the retail sentiment as much, but you guys can see right here that majority of traders, it's currently 68% short, right? So what does this tell you? This tells you that 68% of retail traders are currently selling right now. And what has price been doing since 5 o'clock this morning? It's been going nowhere but up. So what do you think happened to all those retail traders? They're all losing a lot of money right now because they're in some massive drawdown. This is why we do the opposite, right? If everybody's selling, I'm going to do the complete opposite because I don't want to be losing like everybody else. I'm going to do the opposite and I'm going to buy. Yeah, because whoever is selling right now, they're in drawdown like pretty heavy. They're in drawdown about 3,000 pips almost. So unless you have like a crazy, so here's the thing. You guys got to keep in mind too, like this number here is like all the traders who are using this broker, right? So not everybody here is day trading or intraday trading like us. They're swing trading. So they're not completely wrong about taking the sell here because tomorrow the CPI news comes out. So if you guys remember, we have CPI inflation news coming out tomorrow morning. Price might drop right back down. So they might be in some massive drawdown right now, but by tomorrow, price might come back down and they'll be back in profit. So we can't really judge these people for taking sells right here, but I'm not going to be one of these people taking losses. I'm going to be on the opposite side, taking wins. So, all right. So Brock mentioned out for the day, team. Sean, see you tomorrow. Definitely, Brock. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Great profits. Don't hop back on. I know your problem is you hop right back on the market and you blow all your profits after. So if you're going to be off, then be off and just come back tomorrow fresh. So, all right, Brock, great work. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Sorry, let me scroll up real quick. I think I missed a couple of things here. So let's see, I think Madhu had a question. He said, just confirming that was a triple confluence, correct? This one right here was a triple confluence, Madhu, because it was above the, I don't even remember the triple confluence, honestly. I think it's above the pivots, trend meter is green, and it's a high-low scalp, right? Honestly, we haven't applied that strategy in a long time, but that strategy still does hit pretty well. Triple confluence, yeah. So overall bias, bullish, valid momentum signal right there, buy signal, trend meter is green, price is above the pivots, and it's past the high-low. Yeah, so this was a triple confluence right here, Madhu, 100% on point. So yeah, that entry right there actually was a really good entry. I probably should have taken it, but I didn't really look at it from that perspective. So again, like Madhu's been with me for like a couple of years now, right? So you guys can see that Madhu knows this strategy, another very high probability strategy, triple confluence. I'm not applying it right now, but if you guys know the strategy, you guys can take it. Because, when you apply this, I think last year, this strategy like never lost. I don't think we've ever had a loss for a triple confluence ever. But this entry only comes up so often. Like it doesn't come up it'll probably come up like maybe once a week or once every couple of weeks. Or not that often. Maybe like a couple times a week, but it happens so fast that we miss it. Yeah, Maddie said we never had a real pullback. Market's just been pushing, ranging. Yeah, I agree with you too, Maddie. Maddie also mentioned that he has 3 mentees right now, actually. So I guess Maddie is currently mentoring 3 people right now. Janesh, Ray, and Natasha. So I guess, Maddie will see who fits the criteria, and then from there they'll move on to the next step, which should be the prop firm. So that's cool. I mean, Maddie can take as many people as he wants. If he wants to mentor more people, you guys can hit him up and Maddie can help you guys out. Maddie's a good mentor because Maddie learned everything, all of his trading from me personally. So he's like my little prodigy that is pretty much just applying what he's been taught. So if you guys want to hit up Maddie for some mentorship, hit him up. And, if you meet the criteria, maybe you'll move on to the next level, or if anything, he'll refer people over to the other mentors in the group. Yeah, Christian said, yeah, it used to be his weekly salary, 1K a week. Yeah, Christian, you did that in one day or in a few minutes. It's great. Yeah, Maddie said, Sisuke, you never sleep. He really doesn't. All right, so there's an entry right here for momentum scalp failure, guys. I'm not taking the entry because I typically don't take that first one, but as I mentioned, I'll be looking for a possible momentum scalp variation to follow it. This is kind of tricky though, because price is going sideways. So I don't know if this is one that I would personally want to take. So I'm not in this position right here, guys, but this is a momentum scalp failure. Just want to give you guys a heads up. It's a momentum scalp failure right there, but price is technically kind of going sideways right now. So it's ranging. And like what Maddie mentioned earlier, there hasn't been a real pullback yet. So this is probably going to be the real pullback that we were waiting for. So I'm not in this position here. I just marked it up for you guys to follow, but price is currently ranging. So I don't know if this is an entry that I would personally want to take. If price ends up closing above here and then it starts pushing up higher, then at that point, maybe I'll take it. But at the moment, not right now. Yeah, Peter also mentioned CNBC just posted that Dow jumped over 200 points. Yeah, I think it's super bullish right now. I mean, there hasn't been any pullback the entire morning. So looking at CNBC, all of the indices are currently up super heavy. So the Dow is currently up 231 points, S&P is up 26 points, NASDAQ's up 92 points, Russell 2K is up 5 points, and the VIX is currently at 1.6%. It was up like 4% earlier this morning, so it actually dropped down a little bit. But yeah, in general, it's just overextended right now. So I'm waiting for an actual retracement, which we don't have yet, right? We're literally just waiting for this retracement to play out. Yes, as Dow jumps more than 200 points Monday as Wall Street claws back some of last week's declines. Yep. That's pretty much what I was expecting there. All right, so this right here might be a momentum scalp variation. I missed it. I'm not going to enter it. If we get a momentum scalp, or sorry, like a regular momentum scalp, possibly on that one, or maybe even if I could get a late entry on this here. See, I'm looking for the momentum scalp here. So I'm trying to get a late entry here. Let me see if I could get in. I got in, but I got in at bad entry point. So I'll probably hold on to it and I'll see if the momentum scalp plays out. Looking for that buy signal there to close. To push price up, a little higher. I missed the entry here. I was trying to get in, but I missed it. I'll wait for this buy signal here to come up. I just want to see if the volume here follows through. So I'm looking for volume here to pick up. If volume here picks up, it's probably going to keep pushing up higher, at least a little higher for it to hit TP at that point, right? Just need the green bar here to come up above the average. So let's see where it's currently at. So the tricky thing about this is that price is still technically ranging. Let me check the momentum scalp failure to see if this already hit TP. Just gonna mark it up there real quick. So the momentum scalp failure already hit full TP. The next one that's currently running right now is the momentum scalp variation right here. Just trying to get into it, but I was gonna wait for the momentum scalp to happen right after it. That buy signal. All right, So the buy signal keeps coming and going right now. And the volume here is just so slow. It's so slow. So I'm hoping we get I'm waiting for the buy signal to come up here, and I want the volume to be a bit higher, because if the volume is a bit higher, then I think it'll blast right through, kind of like what happened over here with this one. So I'm waiting for this buy signal here to come up, because I missed this entry right here, so I didn't get into it. I was waiting for the buy signal to come up. We'll see how this ends up playing out right here. The volume is just so slow. If you guys look a little closer, the volume here is like so low. I want that buy signal to come up, and I want it to be above this blue line right here. Because if we get a green bar right here with the buy signal, then it's probably going to, just blast right through it. Or let me see if I can even get a late entry here. Price point's 43. I could put a buy stop right there and trigger it. Let me set an alert right here as well. I just want to make sure that I'm fully aware of what's going on in the market. Oh, the price there is a little off. Okay. So the volume here is starting to pick up slightly. It's not there yet, but I think if it finally does push up a little more, we'll get a little volume for it to push up and just, okay, there we go. Shannon said everything just clicked for me on this. No, I'm glad to hear that, Shannon. Sometimes it takes time, for stuff to click for you, but I'm glad that it's finally starting to click for you here. So you guys can see here, the volume is very low. So when the volume is low, price just goes sideways. There's nowhere where price is going. I'm looking for a buy signal here to come up, and I'm looking for the volume here to be above average, because you guys will see again right here, when this happened right here, look what happened to the volume, right? It was above average right here. And the next candle gave it just enough push for it to blast right through to its TP. So still waiting for it here. I hate when the market moves so slow like this. It's like, come on, bro, give me something. Give me something for it to play out. But it's just nothing going on yet. We're waiting for that buy signal. I'm waiting for the volume here to pick up. This market in general has just been really slow. For the past couple of weeks, if you guys have seen, this has been like the usual, right? It's been like this pretty much every day for the past, I think, month now. 2, 3, 4 weeks now. And it's weird because February is typically like a very volatile, it's a volatile month in general. So I'm still waiting for that buy signal, guys. I was going to enter a late entry, but I'm really just going to wait for that buy signal to actually close, because the volume here is just too low. If you guys look even closer, you can't even see the volume bar here. It's so low that it's not even it's not even visible. Let's see, Jay over here just posting some profits. Or no, he said it's hitting the new zone on the 15. Yeah, it came right to it, huh? Man, there's nothing going on right here. The volume is picking up, but it's not enough to really get a push. Trying to see if this thing just breaks out to the top. Okay, there we go with the buy signal. There we go with the volume. Volume is still not above average yet, though. All right, there we go. As price pushes up. A little higher. Full TP. There we go. So I had that buy stop waiting right there, guys. I mentioned I was waiting for the volume to come up. I had my buy stop waiting. Blasted right through, hit my full TP. I'm not going to take the momentum scalp following it, but obviously the variation here played out perfect, like I mentioned. It was just like literally what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the volume here to pick up, and I was like, okay, if volume picks up, then it's going to blast right through my TP, and that's exactly what happened. So I made a pretty nice profit off that. I'm just All right. Okay. I missed the momentum scalp there. I took this entry here though. I was waiting for it to push up, waiting for the volume to push. It finally pushed up. Entered it with my buy stop. If you guys took the momentum scalp right there, it also hit full TP. So if you guys took it, one or the other, either one you guys took still would have hit full TP. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. If you guys are disciplined and just wait for this to play out, this is all you're waiting for, right? It's almost 8 o'clock. You made like 3 wins already so far, 2 or 3 wins, 3,000 per account. It's easy work right there. So let me just take a screenshot of this real quick. And then I'll screenshot my profits as well. Nice. Madhu caught the high low. Madhu caught the triple confluence. Nice. Looks like a lot of you guys here locked in some pretty good profit. So great work, guys. So like Jay over here posted his zone over here. This is why I typically don't like trading zones like this, guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like how the way that Jay's trading. But for me personally, I pick momentum over structure, right? Because if like momentum is strong enough, like the volume is above average, it's going to blast right through your zone. That's why I don't really care about this. Because like, for example, if you're taking a sell right here, you're going to take a loss because this thing just blasted right through it. But you know, it's just up to you guys. Like everyone's strategy, there's no right or wrong way to trade. It's really up to your preference. If you guys like to trade support resistance or zones and stuff like that, that's fine. As long as you guys have a game plan behind it. For me personally, I don't trade any of that stuff. I just trade like straight momentum, right? Momentum and trend. So works good. Yeah, Oscar said all these strategies are looking really familiar now. Yeah, exactly, guys, because I do the same thing every day. The more and more that you guys pay attention to my strategies, the more that'll make sense. So great work, guys, with your profits. Full TP right there off another variation and then another one right after as well. Or the nice. Profits are looking cool so far, especially on my funded account. Man, it feels good to finally get my funded account back on FTMO. I was trading for like almost a week or two without making profits on my FTMO, but now they're lined up. All right, so here are my profits so far. Currently up 2,390 on my FTMO 400K. I'm up 2,740 on my MFF number 1, 2,490 on my MFF number 2, and then 2,790 on my MFF number 3. So there goes the first one right there. And then the momentum scalp that came up right here as well. So whichever one you guys took, great work. I mean, we were looking for both of these here. So it doesn't really matter which one you guys took. As long as you guys made profit on any of them, that's key, right? It's a key thing there to pay attention to and to look out for. So there's no right or wrong analysis here, guys. Whatever you guys are looking for, you know, as long as it plays out, it plays out. You guys don't have to follow my strategy. But I'm hoping everyone here locked in some profit at least one way or another with whatever strategy you guys were applying. Okay. So see you guys a little update right here as well for this one. It's just a regular momentum scalp. And then I will take a screenshot of my profits as well. So let me just go ahead and take a look at everything else. Let me just clean up the charts. It's getting close to 8. So I don't think we're going to have any more entries from now until 8. So let me just go ahead and take a look at everybody's profits and stuff so far. So scrolling down right here. Yeah, so Fern over here said that his Henko account just keeps giving him losses, but his FTMO is fine, which is weird. I don't know. I'm not taking any trades on my Henko, guys, so I don't know what's going on. If anybody knows anything going on with Henko, like, you know, chime in, but I don't see anything on, well, I have not taken any trades, so I can't really tell. Anyways, everybody else, let's see, we have Kenny over here, total profit of 485. Nice work right here. Kenny looks like he finally let this trade play out. So solid profit on that one right there. And then we have Christian over here, total profit of about 2,000 for the day. Nice work, Christian. He said, what a day. Great. Yeah, you made your weekly salary ×2 right today, Christian. Patrick over here as well, currently up 827 for the day. All wins, no losses. Great work, Patrick. And then we have Karen over here, total profit of 397 as well. All wins, no losses. Great work on your trades there, Karen. Solid consistency there. Martha over here currently up about 2,000 for the day. Great work, Martha. Keeping your sticky fingers off the double entries. So good work there. Jokingly, you know, nice work with your 2 profits there. Alan over here as well, currently up 68.63. Nice work, Alan, full TV. So Alan over here is also taking his trades on Hanko. I can see the HKT at the end. So Fern, I'm not sure what's up with your Hanko account, but Alan over here is doing fine. He's in profit, no losses on his account. He's all taking these on Hanko. And then also Kevin over here as well. He's also trading on Hanko. He's up 9,150. He has no losses as well. So I don't know what's the problem with yours. I don't know what's the issue with yours, Fern. It might be your internet connection. Maybe your internet connection is kind of slow right now, so it's executing late. But it seems like everybody else here on Hanko is doing okay. Alan here has all wins. He's taking small lot sizes. And then we have Kevin over here taking bigger lot sizes, but he's still doing okay too. This is all from this morning. So it just might be your account. Fern, I'm not sure exactly what the issue is. Hopefully it fixes soon, because that'd be pretty frustrating if everyone's profiting and you're like the only one taking losses on that one specifically. Maddie over here currently have 1,020 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. On his first account, and then 1,259 on this account. Solid work, Maddie. Alan said try using limit orders, Fern. That might fix it for you. Sisu over here currently up 3,350 for the day. Nice work, Sisu. Basically all wins aside from that accidental loss earlier. You're kind of screwing around with this trade. But if you just stick to your buys, if you stayed with the, I think if Sisu just stayed with the trend and didn't kind of like experiment today, he would have had all wins, but it's all good. This is your only loss and it was a sell. You went against the trend. So it's all good, Sisu, joking with you. Here's Anelli over here. Here's his funded account, currently at 4,040 for the day. Nice work, Anelli. All wins, no losses. Great work there. So that's his funded account. And then he has his other account over here. He's currently up 2,420 on his second account. Solid work right there, Madhu. And then we have Madhu's girlfriend over here. Nice. Sorry, I referred to you as Madhu's girlfriend, but Aiden over here, we'll refer to you as Aiden. She's currently up 3,190. So, that's solid right there. I'm trying to get my fiance on this. So I'm glad that you guys are working together on this. It's like power couple things right here. You guys are both killing it. So Nelly over here is currently up 4,000 on this account. He's up 2,400 on this account. And then Aiden over here currently up 3,190. I know, right, Jessica? I'm trying to get Angie on it. She's been talking about wanting to trade with me so she could, because she's a nurse, so she like gets stressed out at work. And I'm like, okay, just get into trading so you can just work like one day a week and then just make most of your money from trading. I think that's like the key thing, guys. If you guys have a career that you guys like, you guys can still work it. You guys can just not work as much. So you're not all stressed out. Same with Maddie over here. Like Maddie's a barber, but he's going to make way more profits from trading. And he's just going to cut people up who he prefers to, rather than having to cut people up. Nice work, Jay. So like Jay over here locking 439. I'm glad that you took the trade with us and you didn't like let your zone over here kind of bother you, because I know you had your zone right there. But the good thing is you still took the trade here and you locked in profit. So nice work right there, Jay. That's a problem. That's why I was telling you, Jay, it's hard for you to like trade my strategy and yours, because when you trade support resistance and yeah, no, exactly. Because you know how you trade support resistance and supply and demand, you're conflicting, because I'm telling you to take a buy and then your other strategy is telling you to take a sell. So that's why I was saying, you got to pick one or the other, because if you mix two together, it's going to screw with your mindset. So great work right there, Jay. I'm glad you took the trade because you lock in some profit off that. Yeah, here's his post. It's valid trades only. Follow Sean, always 10:30. Yeah, solid work, Jay. Some of you guys need this too. If you guys need these post-its on your computer, put that on there so that you guys can remember what to do. Jenny over here. So let's see. Jenny said she took a couple trades. Didn't really trade during the live today, but she traded London session. Total profit of 15,716. Great work, Jenny. And you basically passed the 200K challenge in like one night, or almost, if necessary. If you didn't take that loss right there, you probably would have, made about 18,000 in one day. So solid work right there, Jenny. Keep it up. Yeah, find what works for you guys and continue trading that. Like for me, New York session works for me, so I trade New York. London works for Jenny, so great work there, Jenny. Natasha over here currently up 932. So Natasha is one of Maddie's mentees. You can see how well she does. Yeah, you've been doing good, Natasha. Keep with the consistency. Great work right there. 2 losses, but you made it right back. Total profit of 932 for the day. Eunice over here, he missed it. It's all good. You'll catch the next one, Eunice. If not today, tomorrow for sure. Maddie up 1,020 and then 1,259 on this account. Yeah, Maddie's a theme song for 2023, Blue Street. Solid. Sammy over here as well, currently up 2,010 for the day. All wins, no losses. Great work, Sammy. Looks like she took, or I don't know if this is a guy or girl, but Sammy took that last trade with us right there. Solid work. Martine over here too took that last trade with us. Total profit of 960. Total profit of 6,660. Nice work, Martine. Man, it's crazy to see a lot of you guys here who tried to trade with me before but didn't really get it, and you guys are back for your second try, and you guys are actually doing really good now. So I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here killing it, because some of you guys tried it the first time around, it wasn't for you, or you just didn't get it. Now you're coming back the second time around, and you guys are killing it. Like Martine over here is doing 6,000 this day, 5,000 prior, and then 3,000 the day like the other time. So great work, guys. And Vincent over here currently up 177 for the day, all wins, no losses. Man, Vincent's about to make the top traders in FTMO again this month. It seems like it. If you continue to keep trading like this, I think you'll be on the top list again. Hopefully I'll be on the top list this month. It just depends on how much profit I'm making. I'm trading a small amount on my 400K. So I'm probably not going to make the top 10 this month, but next month when I start going back to the 200 lot size, I'll probably be on the top list because I'll be making at least 10% a month at least. So great work right there. Vincent, solid work there. And then Cameron over here, nice work, Cameron, all wins. So Cameron over here locked in a total profit of 7,440 for the day, all wins, no losses. Solid work right there, Cameron. Other than that, let's see, MC over here, he said he took both plays, total profit of 2,000, about 3,000 for the day. So solid work right there too, MC. 3,000 for the day across all trades for Monday. Let's see. Christian said, which mentor here is conservative? Because I only trade mostly 1 or 2 times a day. I'm trying to think. Maybe CT. CT would probably be the most conservative out of everybody here. Or aside from myself, I'm the most conservative, but I think CT is probably the next conservative. Kip and Sisu take a lot of trades, so I don't think they're conservative, but they're good at what they do, so that's fine. Maddie's also one that's kind of conservative, but not exactly, because Maddie still takes the high-low scalps and a lot of other entries. I might be busy tomorrow, Maddie, because it's Valentine's Day, unfortunately. So yeah, maybe not tomorrow, or we could Zoom if anything. Let me just see if I'm missing anything else over here. Yeah, Sisu. Okay, I just want to scroll up real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything here. All right, great work, guys. Yeah, Allison said she's 4 wins today, 1.5% gain, and she's out. Yeah, Allison, our in-house vet over here. Go back and save some more pets. See what else we have over here. Yeah, it's all good, Maddie. If you can't come this week, Maddie's interning with me, guys. So if you guys will see, Maddie will be like, he's usually in my lives once a week. He comes by and I help him with everything. So yeah, Matt, if you can't come tomorrow, well, yeah, tomorrow's probably busy. If anything, next week, or we'll just Zoom. It's easy. Don't let anybody hear that. All right, guys, I think this is pretty much it. It's 8 o'clock right now. Yeah, there's a momentum scalp failure that came up right here that Nick mentioned. However, it's right at news price, so I wouldn't have taken it personally. But it looks like it did, or it's about to hit TP, and then also a momentum scalp variation. So I'm not taking any more trades, guys, because this is after 8 o'clock. My cutoff is 8 o'clock, right? I don't trade anymore after that time. But I'll mark up these trades here for you guys if you guys want to follow them. These trades don't hit, but I feel like these are a lot more riskier, especially if we've already had trades prior. So it looks like all the trades here hit. This was a momentum scalp failure. It was at news price, so I probably wouldn't have taken it. I mean, it was news price in general for all of these because news is right here. So yeah, I wouldn't have taken the momentum scalp failure, but it did hit TP. And then also there's a momentum scalp variation right here, but it was at news price too. So I wouldn't have taken it, but it did hit TP as well. Both these trades here hit TP. Not going to count them as trades because I didn't take them. Only trades that count are the ones that I personally take myself. Other than that, let's see. Fern's asking, what's my slippage settings? I have mine set to 5 million on all my accounts. Have mine set to, yeah, CT over here currently. Yeah, so you guys can see that CT is definitely one of the more conservative traders like myself. He took about 3 or 4 trades today. He's currently up about well over 3,000 for the day. Nice work, CT. Yeah, CT is usually, he's one of the busier guys. Well, I mean, we're all kind of busy in the group. I think CC's probably the least busy because he's just trading all day. Kip is busy because Kip's a doctor. So Kip's a cancer doctor. He's busy usually. And CT has businesses to run. So he's like busy too. We're all kind of busy to some extent. CC might be the least busy, but he's probably like going to be like the hardest mentor on you. So if you guys don't want to get your feelings hurt, probably CC's not the one for you, because CSUK's going to be pretty tough on you, but he'll really grind you into become a great trader. But CSUK will be very intense with mentoring. So, I mean, if you guys want to reach out to CSUK, if you guys can handle the heat, CSUK might be a good mentor for you. But just keep in mind that, you know, he's probably going to be pretty mean, but in a good way. He has good intentions. All right, let me just take a screenshot of my profits real quick, guys, and then I'm going to call it a day. So here is my main account. All my accounts here kind of locked in more profits. So I have to take single screenshots. Slavas to the CSUK is hitting my back with a stick. And CSUK is going to use his traditional methods on you. Jokingly, but let me just finish taking a screenshot of my profit so far. It's pretty good Monday, guys. I wasn't expecting Monday to be this smooth. But here's the good thing. I think the rest of the week is going to be smooth too. Because typically when we have a bad week, like last week was like super choppy, it's usually followed by a pretty good week. And it looks like this week's going to be pretty solid. So I'm pretty excited for this week. You know, we got to keep our training plan on point. So it doesn't matter how the week feels. We still got to keep our consistency on point. All right, that's good. All right, take a screenshot of all my accounts here. Let me just post them up real quick. All right, so here's my main account. You guys can see the green strips. So this is my main account right here, my FTMO 400K account. Total profit of 2,390, all wins. Here's my MFF number 1, locked in 2,740. Here's my MFF number 2, locked in 2,490, all wins. And then my MFF number 3, total profit of 2,790 for the day. So solid profits. All my accounts locked in a little different. There's some slippage, obviously, but it worked out in my favor, thankfully. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's see. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping this up pretty shortly. Yeah, definitely, Oscar. We'll see you back here tomorrow. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys then. Let me see if there's anything else here. So yeah, if there's any other questions, guys, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to be wrapping this up. If you guys are done for the day, you guys can log off. I'm just going to finish this up right here, and then I'll just give my closing remarks. Alan's asking, what time will you be here for mentoring? Same time as usual, Alan. So I'll be back at 2 o'clock today. 2 o'clock is our mentoring session. So I'll be back in about 6 hours. So if you guys have any questions, want me to review anything, back here at 2 o'clock. And then we'll be doing our mentoring session again on Tuesday at 5 p.m. So yeah, 2 o'clock today, 2 o'clock Pacific. So in about 6 hours from now. Let me just go and copy this over real quick. Let's make sure everyone is. Up to par here. And let me just copy the profits for the day. So yeah, if you guys have any profits and you guys haven't posted them up and you guys want to be showcased on our social media, just push your profits either to me directly or to any of the groups, and then I'll add them to the list. These are all the profits from today so far. We had pretty good. Yeah, this looks like about like 40, maybe even more than 40 profits for the profit posts for the day. So we had a lot of profits to cover. So I think that's about it. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, definitely. Karen said, have a great day, everyone. I'm out before FOMO hits. Thanks, Sean. Definitely, Karen. We'll see you back here tomorrow or during the mentoring session later today. All right, guys. So I think that's it. I think I covered everything. If I miss anything, guys, you guys are free to email me. You guys can email me, Sean@KodiKaiTrades.com, or message me on Telegram. Telegram is going to be the quickest way to get in touch with me. My username on Telegram is @KodiKaiTrades. But other than that, guys, great day to open off the trading week. If you guys don't have to trade, I recommend just sitting out and then just coming back tomorrow fresh. But other than that, I'll see you guys back here in about 6 hours for the mentoring session. If not, I'll see you guys here tomorrow for the next live session. 6 o'clock, same time, same place, as we continue on with this trading week. So have a great